Okay, very happy to be joined by one of the most violent fighters out of the UK at the moment, maybe even in the sport as a whole, Ammari Diedrick. So it was back in action this Saturday, 9th of November, OKTAGON 63 in Bratislava, taking on Robert Pukac. He's had a change of opponent. Ammari, how you doing, man?
I'm good, my friend. You okay?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Only a few days out. I mean, it's been a long time coming. Like we just said off air, it's been April since the last time we saw you in the cage. Few days out. Obviously, you'll be heading over to Bratislava coming up. How are these next few days going to look for you?
It's just taking over now, you know what I mean? Just fine tuning things, just getting the mind right, staying locked in, just the body's got to just be flowing, nothing crazy now. The hard work's done. If we're not fit, if we're not strong now, then we're not going to get fit and strong in 3 days already. So fine tuning things, man, you know what I mean? Like I said, fine tuning, just mentally just lock in.
When are you flying over there?
Thursday morning. So
Thursday.
Thursday, go over there, yeah, cut the weight. To be fair, it's not even that much because he wanted to catch weight, this guy, so 80 kg.
I mean, I guess obviously you mentioned the catch rate there. It is a late change. I mean, both of you were supposed to be on the card anyway. Both of your opponents pulled out, so I mean, it kind of makes sense just to put you guys in there together. Um, just we'll kick off on that. Robert Pukac, the opponent, he's kind of a local favorite. He's a popular guy. What are your thoughts on him? From what you've seen?
It's nothing I've seen. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? He's not someone that hits with intent. Yes, he's a good all rounder, but he's not hitting with intent. He just likes to move, go on the back foot a lot, double up and triple up on his jabs. He might try going, he might try to get a sneaky takedown in every now and again. But other than that, it's nothing we're not dealt with. As far as striking wise, Romek was better than him. Obviously, he was a Thai boxer and had 70-yard fight. So it's nothing we've not seen before. He's a drawable guy, but again, have you been hit by someone like me who's going in there with vicious intent and really trying to hurt you? So we'll see. He's durable against guys that aren't really trying to hurt him, or are you gonna be able to last with someone? I mean, who's gonna go in there and actually really try and hurt you? So we'll see what happens, man. I'm expecting him to go in there and try and grapple. Obviously, it's a no-brainer. You're not gonna go in there and make it a kickboxing fight or a Thai boxing fight. At the end of the day, it's MMA, so you're gonna mix up eventually. So I'm anticipating that. I'm ready for that. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Been a little while since we last saw you in the cage. April, like we said. Finished late in that first round. It's like you heard that 10-second click and then something triggered. Um, Talk to me about how you reflect on that fight a few months later as we head into this one.
You know what? It was a perfect fight. The game plan went exactly how I wanted it to go. We
Yeah.
wanted to just throw a bit of hands, then showcase a bit of grappling, bit of wrestling, whatnot. And we executed it perfectly. You know what I mean? The knockout was as I stepped off and I went southpaw, caught him with a little left hook, and then I saw his eyes flicker a little bit, so I knew he was done from there. The sort of ran at him, blitzed him. So yeah, man, all in all, it was a picture perfect game plan at the end of the day.
Yeah, perfect. And then obviously we move on to this one. We talked about Robert Pukac. Carroll was the original opponent.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you heard about that change? And then you talked about what you thought about Pukac, but how do you kind of compare the matchups with those two guys?
First of all, the height difference is obviously a factor. I'm not fought someone my size
Yeah.
for years now. Robert Kuchar, he's the same height as me, 5'11".
Mhm.
I've not fought someone that's in the fives for a long time. Everyone's been 6 foot, 6'1". Carroll was 6'3". So fighting someone my height, it's gonna be fun, man. You know what I mean? So as far as that, I don't think their styles really are very much different. Carroll was kind of the same. He liked to just hit and move, stick to his jab a bit, you know what I mean? As he's the longer guy, so you should do that. Pukac again, similar, 6'6", likes to move a bit, use his jab. So yeah, at the end of the day, the only difference is the height. He's one's 6'3", now he's 5'3". That's it. The game plan stays the same, regardless of height, style, or whatnot. I'm gonna go in there and just try implement my game plan and do what I need to do, to get the win.
And you're going to be implementing that game plan in enemy territory. He's a local guy. He's a local favorite. I'm sure that doesn't phase you, knowing what I know about you.
Nah, not really. But at the end of the day, like I said, I've come from. I did an interview not before you, and again, I say things about our enemy territory, but I've come from areas. I've come from LFL where it was
Yeah.
enemy territory. I've never not fought in enemy territory. The only time I've not fought in enemy territory was in Birmingham. Other than that, it's always in the guy's country, you know what I mean, his backyard. We've gone in there, done the job same way. You know, if the fans want to boo me, then boo me. Either way, it's not going to save you guy. I'm going to go in there and still do what I need to do. If you want to boo me, I'm going to go in there and silence the crowd. And that's it. The more you boo me, the more you guys going to get hurt. So it's down to the crowd at the end of the day. If you want to show disrespect, then your guy is going to pay for it at the end of the day. Simple as that.
Obviously, Octagon last couple of years have put a big focus in the UK, but things seem to have shifted now. A lot of fighters left the company. They announced their schedule for 2025. As of right now, there's no UK shows on there. How do you kind of feel about the state of Octagon in the UK at the moment?
It made sense. The UK market is a tough one to crack at the end of the day, and they didn't come here with the right game plan. You know what I mean? They were trying to make certain guys stars that just did not have that star power. They weren't pushing the right guys. You know what I mean? They should have been pushing guys like me, Shamrock, Frimpong, even Akon a bit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So they were pushing guys that just had nothing to them. You know what I mean? No disrespect to them, but you have to have the right guys if you're trying to go into the UK market. It is a very, very tough one to crack at the end of the day. So it made sense for them to just go and stick to Germany next year. That's their zone. They've got it on absolute lock and key.
Yeah.
You know, they're selling out football stadiums,
Yeah.
arenas. So it made sense at the end of the day. So no brainer. Why would you then? Okay, let's leave Germany and go focus on a country where we can sell 100 tickets to 200 tickets when we can sell 62,000 in this country. So no brainer. So maybe I don't know. They might come back to the UK in a couple of years' time with a different game plan. You know, but for now, it's just the right move. It makes sense. So you can't complain at the end of the day. I think a lot of us want to try and go and fight in the football stadiums and feel that German crowd because the German crowd is crazy. So it makes sense. And I think as a fighter, you're not really. I think as a fighter, you don't really care about what you fight. You know what I mean? As long as you get the opportunity to fight, that's it.
Yeah, the shows in the football stadiums, whether they're in Czech Republic or Germany, they just look like the kind of thing we dream of here in the UK. Obviously,
Exactly. Yeah.
The UFC don't really do shows like that often. They could
No.
probably do it in the UK, but yeah, that a show like that is something we would dream of here. Obviously, these are the cards you want to be on, but we say with Octagon taking a step back from the UK, is that more motivation for you to be like, I'm gonna be the guy, I'm gonna get to the top and I'm gonna bring him back to the UK? Is that something you think about?
No. I don't know. You know. I think if they come back to the UK, they need to make it where me and Shamrock are really those guys. You know what I mean? And if they come out to the UK, they need to make sure they come to the right places. Liverpool being one of those places. You know what I mean? Shamrock he will do an absolute
Yeah,
number over there. You know,
absolutely,
so
absolutely.
so I feel like if they come here, they need to make sure they are doing the right things. You know, don't just choose random guys to try to be your stars and whatnot. You know what I mean? Come back here, right game plan, pick you guys that can really push. You know what I mean? And people want to watch and see. So if they come here, they need to make me and Shamrock the forefront at the end of the day. It just makes sense as far as a business wise.
Yeah. Um, last time, like we said, April, last time we saw you. It's been a long camp, as you said. What will be different about the Ammari Diedrick stepping into the cage this Saturday to the guy back in April? Where's the improvement been?
To be honest with you, I think the improvements has been with my strength conditioning. You know, my last fight, I had a strength conditioning coach, and we were together from January to April. So I thought the benefits then, but now it's what we've been together since January until now, so nearly a whole year, and it's just been the strength's just gone leaps and bounds, the cardio's just gone leaps and bounds. You know, so I'm going into each fight more confident because my strength's there, my fitness is there. You know what I mean? And my cancer is complete. I've just worked on things that I really need to work on. You know, wrestling is just always there. My boxing's been improving. I've added a boxing coach and whatnot. So yeah, man, it's just been on point.
Yeah. I have a bit of a quick fire segment, so I'm just going to ask you some quick fire questions.
Yeah, yeah.
Favorite food?
Ooh. I gotta go oxtail, you know, oxtail and white rice,
Yeah.
100%.
Favorite drink?
You know what? Peanut punch, man.
Go-to breakfast.
I don't do breakfast, you know.
No.
But if I had to do breakfast, it's got to be a full English here, but no pork. So I've got to do lamb sausages and maybe some lamb rashes. Yeah, need about 4 eggs on there, some seasoned beans, maybe a mushroom on there, you know what I mean? Maybe a hash brown, one or two. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you took that in more
God,
detail than I thought you were
yeah,
going
but
to.
when you think about it, you got deep in them. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get you to think about food too much when you're a few days out
Oh,
from a wake up. Favorite movie?
ooh, you know what? It's got to be Wolf of Wall Street, you know?
Yeah.
100%. I like that. I like the come up story from nothing to something. So yeah, Wolf of Wall Street.
Favorite TV show?
At the moment, Penguin.
Favorite musician?
I gotta go Mob Deep.
Favorite sport other than MMA?
I'll go kickboxing, you know.
Favorite fight? So, favorite fight to watch and favorite of your own fights?
There was it's a K1 fight. Mike Zambides versus Chahid. Yeah. So Mike Zambides versus Chahid or El Haj on K1. And then my fight, damn. I think one of my Thai boxing fights where I beat a guy that beat me years ago. So me versus Jake Purdy. No, I'm lying. The one where no, my where I won the 8-man tournament, where I beat 3 guys in one night. I'm lying. So yeah, my 8-man tournament win, where I beat 3 guys in one night in the 85 kg division. So yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's hard to get better than three guys in one night, right?
Yeah, man, you can't beat it, man. So I think to this day, that's definitely my best achievement when it comes to combat. 100%.
Yeah, but I'll throw in another one for you that I don't normally ask. Favorite of your own finishes?
Wow. Roman one's good, you know, but then my LFL one,
Yeah,
it has to be the LFL one, isn't it? It has to be, in it. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, LFL, we're not the Brazilian guy, man. It just has to be. Even though the Roman one was good, man. Well, yeah, nah, the Brazilian one, not too much LFL.
yeah. I mean, I was pulling up some of your stuff earlier today just to prepare for
It
this,
has to
and
be that one,
that's the
isn't it?
one that was coming up the most.
Yeah, it has to be, man. That one just went viral and it's being used now to this day. So yeah, it has to be that one.
Yeah. Favorite fighter?
We're talking MMA or what?
Whatever you want to go for.
If we're talking K1, I gotta go Masato from OK days, man. I like to style heavy hands and leg kicks. So yeah, Masato. If we're talking MMA, you gotta go Aldo, man. You have to. Again, hands and leg kicks.
Yeah. Maybe not the best question to ask a guy who's known for, the just heavy striking, but favorite
Yeah.
submission to practice.
Well, you know what? I don't mind a good head and arm, you know, arm
Yeah.
triangle. I've been drilling that quite a lot lately. So yeah, man, a good arm triangle, head and arm, 100%. I got a
Uh,
good
fu-
squeeze.
yeah. Funniest person you've met in MMA.
Oh, you know, it's either Dennis or Shem, you know.
Yeah.
Ah, those two are fools, man. When we was all together, it was just banter. God, you know what? Yeah, you gotta say Dennis, man. Yeah, Dennis is a fool, man. Yeah, you gotta say Frimpong all day, man. Yeah, Frimpong all day.
Best piece of advice you've been given.
Stay consistent. Just focus and just stay consistent. You know what I mean? If you want to really achieve something, you just have to just stay the course, man. No matter how hard it gets, just stay the course. And you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Perfect. I want to thank you for taking the time today, Ammari.
Anytime, my brother.
Octagon 63 this Saturday, 9th of November. Ammari, just finally give us the hard sell. When yourself, Robert Pukac step into the cage, what can the people expect?
I'm going to take it to him. From the moment we touch gloves to the end of that fight, I'm going to take it to him. And I think he knows that, and his corner team knows that as well. And I think the fans know that is coming as well. So expect nothing but violence, man. That's it from the get-go. But I'm going to take it to him and be in his face from the second that bell goes to the end.
Yeah. Wouldn't expect anything different from you, man.
Never.
Thanks. Thanks for taking the time. Best of luck, man.
No, whatever.
Thank you.